Elijah Muhammad, the preacher of freedom, justice, and equality, to the American so-called Negro, not Negroes, but really lost and found members of the great black Asiatic nation from the tribe of Shabazz. As Almighty God, Allah has taught me in the person of Master Farad Muhammad, to whom praise is due forever for coming in this part of the world, giving to us the knowledge of self and the knowledge of others, the knowledge of God and the knowledge of the devil, and making clear and understandable that which we had heretofore was unable to understand of the truth. Today we are thankful who have heard this truth coming from the mouth of Almighty God, Allah, in the person of Master Farad Muhammad. That which we had never heard, that which we did not even hope to hear. We are thankful and give praise to Almighty God, Allah, forever for his coming. We are happy, regardless to our affliction, that we are now suffering. We are still happy because we have every hope and assurance that one day we will all so be happy and there will be no affliction. We don't look forward, as the Christian preachers, to die and go into the earth and rise again out of the earth and get joy out of a life of spirits. We expect all of this joy in this life and not a spirit life. For Almighty God, Allah has revealed to us the truth. We have been talking on, teaching on true religion, which is a great subject which we shall continue after this subject. We are going to pick up what we have been writing on for the last few weeks, the great dragon of the 12th chapter of the Revelation, the Bible. The name given there to the devil, according to the Bible, in the 9th verse of the 12th chapter. It says, the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceived the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. This, I can say truthfully, that for the last few weeks of writing on this particular subject, in chapter 12 of the Revelation, you that have been reading it, now understand who really the dragon is. The dragon is that particular person or people that is called the devil, the Satan. This particular chapter, the 12th chapter, gives us a good knowledge that this is not no spook or spirit or something other than human. The dragon is a human being. And we find it here in the 3rd chapter, which makes, in the 3rd verse of the same chapter, the 12th. In the 3rd verse of this 12th chapter, it reads something like this. And there appeared another wonder in heaven, and behold, a great red dragon having 7 heads and 10 horns, and 7 crowns upon his head. 7 crowns upon his head. This cannot refer to a savage four-footed beast or legs. It cannot refer to some spirit. This refers to I say, a very good interpretation of proper name for this word, name dragon, is because that the particular wicked character whom the prophet gives this name to drags people, the good people, away from good and induce evil instead of good for them. He's ever dragging the righteous from the path of righteousness, away from Allah, the true and living God, deceiving them as it teaches us here in the 9th verse. He deceives the whole world. No snake, no beast can deceive us. It takes another human being with intelligent brains like ours, are more intelligent than ours, to deceive us. When one deceives another in the human family, he's given credit that he have a little more brain, a little more skill in tricking the other one and making the other one a prisoner, prey to his knowledge. So it is with the serpent, dragon, here referred to in Genesis and also the Revelation. The first and the last book mentions this serpent. The serpent here is a human being. He had the voice of a man, of people in the Garden of Paradise. He could speak even Adam's own language. And he understood the language of God. So therefore it was not a real snake as someone has made you to believe in the past, to blind you further to the knowledge of actually who the serpent really is. That they said that even the snake used to walk. But having the language to speak and converse with human beings was also to be reckoned with. If he walked on 4 feet or on 100 feet, how about that language? Could he speak our language? Or could he deceive us? And he being a reptile. Alligators goes on 4 feet. And there's other reptiles today that is crawling and walking on 4 feet and swimming in water. But they don't deceive us. They're not smart enough. Nature didn't give them that intelligent brain to equal our intelligent brains. So therefore, this particular character under the name serpent, dragon, mentioned here in the Bible, in Genesis and in the Revelation, refers to a human being or many beings. Why is that it's mentioned, the pronoun he is given to him here, referred to as singular? It's due to the fact that the Revelation is making the very head of the dragon people or the serpent-like people, which only means their characteristics. This particular dragon is the head of the nation or race. And therefore, it is mentioned clear enough for you and I to understand here in the third verse that he had 7 heads and 10 horns and 7 crowns upon his heads. Now, this is the head of that particular serpent or dragon. And being given to us or taught to us in symbolic language, we find that these heads represent something material. These heads represent government, people, are actually places where power of the serpent-like people or dragon-like people rules. Many have interpreted the 7 heads here as being the 7 hills in which Rome is built upon. And actually the dragon being the Pope of Rome that has been interpreted. I'm not going to deviate from that meaning because it is clear that it refers to some heads or some heads under such a title or characteristic of that particular power that is ruling. And that power which is opposed to the power of righteousness and justice. So the head of the dragon is the head of the church of Christianity and also the general ruling power of the Caucasian race according to the way that it is given and interpreted by scientists of religion, of Christianity, and others. So we here are dealing with a people that whose characteristic is that of a serpent or snake. So this particular people are very evil and trickery. They are tricky people who love to deceive the people. As the 9th verse of the 12th chapter warns us that he deceived the whole world. Snakes is not capable of deceiving the whole world. It takes human beings to fool, deceive other human beings, as I just said. So this refers to a people that has deceived the whole world. We don't know no people who has the wisdom brains to deceive the other people of the earth. But the Caucasian race, who has actually been the rulers of the people of earth for the past 6,000 years. It is this race who rules. It is this race who has ruled and just opposite to right. There have been a people who has ruled the original people of the earth under a rule of evil, wickedness, and bloodshed. And they has ruled them under deceit. This particular people, now today, are referred to as serpent, a dragon, the great red dragon. That was found also in heaven. We say heaven. Here could mean the whole earth or in the most holy part of the earth. If that is referring to the holy part of the earth, it means Arabia. Arabia is and has been the most holiest part of the entire earth because she can boast of the very origin and birth of most of the prophets that we have history of. Therefore, the holy or religious people has been found in that part of the world or earth ever since the creation of Adam 6,000 years ago. Now, this particular red dragon if it means the Caucasian race, are the head of Christianity in Rome, we find that this particular race of people in Arabia today and all over the planet Earth. And since the 9th verse says that they deceive the whole world, it stands true if they have now gotten power and a hold on that particular country, that they can work there and carry out their own way of civilization in certain parts of that holy and sacred land and people, then it proves beyond a shadow of a doubt that this particular 12th chapter and the symbolic serpent and dragon there only means the Caucasian race and their religion, which is of deceiving the people. It is true that they have spread their religion all over the earth, as well as Islam has also gotten a powerful hold on the people of the earth. But Islam has not boasted that she has ruled and attracted the people of earth 100% for the last 2,000, or rather for the last 1,400 years near. But Christianity has gotten a hold of the people throughout the entire earth. And there are many Muslims who has also went from Islam and has accepted Christianity. But yet we see this particular serpent, this red dragon, has been the power and head of the Caucasian race, working deceitful and deceiving the people of the original nation, the darker people throughout the earth. And today, when there is now a great change or reform coming, and a new religion, a new conception of Islam to suit in need and time that it is now in, a complete new Islam is coming to the people. And the God of Islam is to remove the opposition to Islam today. And this is by going directly to the head of the opposing religions and people. That is what we are now and have entered into. It is a war between right and wrong. We know that Allah is true and the only true God. We know that Islam is the only true religion, which means entire submission to the will of Almighty God Allah. We know that. And the world of infidels knows that. It has started now in America, among the so-called Negroes. The lost and found members of that great Asiatic black nation who has been here, lost from their own people for 400 years, and who has absolutely been deprived of intermixing with their aunt and kind, and has deprived their own kind to come among them and teach them of themselves and of their religion, Islam. This is absolutely true, and the world over knows that. So here, let us look at the work of this particular red dragon. The 4th chapter says, his tail drew the third part of the stars of heaven, and it cast them to the earth. Now, this third part of stars here represents not only the third part of the people of righteous, but it could refers to the scholar or scientists of Islam, that they themselves, a third of them, have agreed or will agree on the side of the dragon. Not that it actually will be done. This is just all of that suggestion. When we say human being, it means that particular character who has achieved a very great height into education or into whatever the case may be. They have become more smarter or wiser in it than anyone else. And therefore we call them stars, or who absolutely is more qualified than the general public or the common people of that race or nation. That's why I said it must refer to the scientists. But if it refers to the people, that's also true. That the dragon probably will carry with him a third of the civilized people of earth other than his own. Because he has so deceived the whole entire world. And if he has deceived the whole world, it is possible that he can carry along with him a third of that particular world that he has deceived even after he has been made manifest to the world that he is a deceiver. And since they have to prove that he is a deceiver, he could keep and hold in subjection to his deceit, or power to deceive, a third of those whom he had already deceived. It says that this particular dragon, or the devil here, stood before a woman which was ready to be delivered to devour her child as soon as it was born. This woman that the dragon stands before can easily be understood. If the dragon is people, and the woman has got to be people, and if he stands before her, it means he is hindering her as one is in front of another to impede the other's progress in the race or in going forward. And this is what it is referred to here, that the dragon stands before the woman to impede her progress or to destroy her progress in delivering her child as she had planned. Now, the woman could stand for a messenger of God who is pregnant with the conversion or the resurrection of a people or a great nation of people. It could refer to the coming of God in person, that the dragon hinders God or stands before God to keep him from performing his purpose or duty to deliver a people that is now ready to be delivered. Let us look at this again. The possibility of such dragon hindering the birth of that child. And his evil intention is to devour it as soon as it is born. So he watches it. He's before her, and he intends to be at the birth of the child, because he don't intend that the child should be born and then grew up. So he's waiting for the birth of this child in order to destroy it as soon as it is born, and that will keep it from growing up, coming mature. If it ever comes to mature, then he would not be able to destroy the child. So he wanted to get it in its infancy. This refers to here, if we understand it clearly, and which I believe we do, according to the time, the work, and the history of the prophets in the past and their followers, and according to our understanding of the last messenger and his followers before the general judgment of the wicked, refers to none other than the American so-called Negro. They are ready to be resurrected. That time have arrived that they should be resurrected according to this same book, the Revelation here. And another place it says that the time of the dead, that they should rise, and that they should be given knowledge and words, that the particular chapter mentions this particular time as being the time of the dead, meaning that they should rise and come to life, a people that is mentally dead. And here stands a dragon or an enemy to that people to prevent their rise or resurrection into the knowledge of God and the knowledge of the devil. So therefore they stand ready to destroy them. And this means no other than the people that we are now living with here in America. We find that we are hindered here to become converts to Almighty God, Allah, and the religion of Islam. What's going on in Los Angeles today? It is a trial of my followers before the courts of the infidels and before the people that have proven themselves enemies of my fathers and myself and all of my people, the darker people of earth. They have proven themselves openly that they are the enemies of black man. He says, Assalamu alaikum.